Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Sunday evening. This will be a short show, not because of the NBA Finals coming up. Rather, I'm almost out of wine here, so I don't feel like going back out to get any beer or anything. But let's talk about Diddy, huh? Howard University has revoked his honorary degree. What say you? I'm going to throw it to you early. Don't follow my lead. I'm saying he never should have had one. Diddy, the City College Stampede, 1991. People were trampled to death. The Club New York shooting, a black woman shot in the face. How the fuck did he get an honorary degree? Now, I know he spent some Skrilla, and I know that the historical origins of honorary degrees goes back to the Middle Ages. The earliest known degree, honorary degree, 1470 by the University of Oxford. I understand the history of this, sad thing that goes on, Not necessarily people who have been to the institutions of learning, but they spread the Skrilla around. But how did Diddy ever get one? With his track record, the epitome of bullshit by way of rap music. How did he ever get one? So I commend them for revoking it. Some people feel differently. They didn't give back Bill Cosby's money. Well, okay, you might have an argument there. But Howard University, who is not named after a black man, for those of you who know the history, people have always thought that name, Howard, like they were saying the name of a black man. No, I've been to Howard University over the years, going back to the record companies and all sorts of jazz, the homecomings and things. I think maybe I went to 2 Howard University homecomings. I think this is a good thing. What say you? Phone lines open right now, okay? Showrunner, why is everyone hating on Jennifer Lopez? I want you Puerto Ricans to call in. I want to hear from you. Why are you not on code with Jennifer Lopez? Why are you kicking in her back, huh? Has she not reached the epitome of a Hollywood actress? Songs, okay, her songs are not the best, but I mean... If you ask me, Mary J. Blige can't sing a lick. I saw her in concert, Radio City Music Hall. I think Seagram's presents. Horrible! Horrible. I left before the show was over. I said, woo, I can't take any more. Why are you not on code? Puerto Ricans, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the block. I know it's entertaining what she said about the little orange drink and what is it, the $1.50 hero. If you know, you know. Okay, but she made it through, right? She's not from the projects. But why are you hating on Jennifer Lopez? Or is it just fashionable? Now, to some of you Puerto Ricans, you should know I don't hate anybody. I give you smoke from time to time because, many of you are just entrenched in the hip-hop one-time culture, the black genre or black diaspora. You got so much to say about black people, black music, black business, yada, 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 but you don't know your own fucking history. I think I'm probably the only person, man of color, to ever get on the radio in March of 2000 and challenge Puerto Ricans about their own goddamn history. I may want to ask you a question this evening, but again, this is not from a place of malice. I have no reason to hate you. I ran with the Latin Kings for 2 years. Salute to my nigga, King Tone. Great guy. But I want to, talk to some of you about why you're not on code with J-Lo. Why do you find this fashionable to hate on her? Are you trying to side with white people? Well, historically and traditionally, white people don't fuck with Puerto Ricans. I'm going to take you back a little bit this evening. I want to see what you know, but I'm not going to grill you. It's Sunday evening. Let's just have some fun and talk about a few things, all right? Also, guys, I have to ask you, is Roger Bonds a different type of rat and a snitch? Oh, he's a snitch. Diddy's former head of security. He's up on VladTV.com telling Vlad's my nigga, for real, for real. He's getting paid, Roger Bonds, but to my knowledge, he has not been arrested. He's not facing any jail time. This is a different type of snitch, if you ask me. He's snitching to pay his bills. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that hoe shit? I mean, I've been jammed up and locked up, and I spent a week in Brooklyn House of Detention. I was in the tombs. For the who's who know what the tombs are, I was in the tombs maybe 3 or 4 times. I said, I got to get out of here. I got to get uptown and get some coke. Let me out. Let me out. But now it was never because somebody paid me to tell. I just had to be creative and, put a gun charge on somebody. I don't want to go back into me. But anyway, is Roger Bonds a different type of rat? He's a rat fink. Telling. And I know he's got some personal family issues, but hey, come on. Telling is telling. Yes, no, maybe. Let me also say with regards to Howard University, I don't fuck with them, in case you don't know. They did Dr. Francis Cresswell sing dirty once upon a time. Troll babies, good evening. Do you know who Dr. Francis Cresswell sing was? Huh? Let's talk that talk tonight. She passed away in December of 2015. Brilliant! Brilliant! Howard University hated on her. So how do you denounce her? The ISIS papers and other things. Brilliant research, and you give a fuck nigga like Diddy an honorary degree. He's a fuck nigga. He's a fuck nigga. How did he get a goddamn degree in the first place? Now, to my knowledge, and based upon the research here, they have given back $1 million of the money, and the other $1 million, it's been used. It's been spread around because, when you have these trustees and these boards, they spread the money around, consultants and so on and so forth. I have the statement here as well, guys. Hold on a second. The Howard University Board of Trustees voted, came down Friday, unanimously to accept the return by Mr. Sean Combs of the honorary degree conferred upon him in 2014. This acceptance revokes all honors and privileges associated with the degree, and it goes on. Yada, yada, yada. Mr. Combs' behavior, captured in a recent release video. So the video is what made them say, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. So it wasn't enough that people were trampled to death in 1991 at City College in New York City. That wasn't enough. Shine going to jail for a decade. Supposedly, allegedly, Diddy actually shot the girl in the face. That wasn't enough. Black Rob, R.I.P. Loon went to the penitentiary. Give me some other names. Biggie, the death of Biggie. Who else? The bad boy artist. Total. God damn, Diddy did Total so dirty. Pardon me. Again, one of the girls, and I don't say this to be disrespectful, she was working in White Castle, putting onions on the goddamn burgers after the big ass hits. That wasn't enough. So they have taken back the degree. Good evening. Are you ready? 616.
Yeah, I'm ready.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Good. How you doing, Star?
I'm great, man. Where do you want to start?
J-Lo, everybody hates J-Lo because she don't seem authentic. She seems just fake, I seem like she's a minority, but she seems like she just want to be white. It kind of rub people the wrong way.
I'm listening.
You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
Everybody don't like that about J-Lo. Her come up was through, in Living Color. She was just a dancer. I think Rosie Perez did the choreography on In Living Color.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez. Pardon me. I'm trying to refresh my memory. Continue.
And then it was this thing where it came out like J-Lo, she didn't associate with black celebrities like I don't know how long ago that came out, but like a lot of black celebrities say J-Lo don't really talk to them. She don't really associate. Like she tried to distance herself from black celebrities.
Sounds like Star. Continue.
You know.
Sounds like Star. Come on.
Right, but
J-Lo's not from the hood. Sounds like Star.
Right.
Continue.
Right, but she came out like she she whole Jenny from the block or from the hood,
right.
But she don't associate herself. So,
right.
So people, I mean, Star, you can get away with it. She can't get away with it though, you know?
Oh, so she got her weight up. Come on, let's be objective. Are you Puerto Rican? No, I'm foundational Black American. Okay.
No, I'm not Puerto Rican.
Okay. Are you the guy who I spoke to before? You doing all that sniffling? You say it's your allergy, but I suspected some booger sugar. Is that you?
No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm from Michigan, man.
Okay. Can I ask why are you doing a whole lot of sniffling? Sir, it's hot as fuck outside. What's going on, my nigga?
No, it's not hot in Michigan. Michigan got that bipolar weather. See, in Michigan, one day it'll be 80 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Next day it'll be 50 degrees.
Got
Michigan's different.
Got you.
Michigan is different. So you got to keep your day cool and night cool on in Michigan.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's. Yeah, I heard you talking about Kayla Cart being left off the Dream Team.
Hang on a second, sir. I want to address this J-Lo situation. I mean, the hate is crazy. Okay. Perez Hilton and all these other people are kicking her back, and she put out a documentary. I've got the notes here. Just give me a second, and she's talking about her journey. You know, her come up, and it just seems excessive. You know. Where are you from? You from the hood?
Yeah.
You from the hood?
Yeah, I'm from a small town called Muskegon Heights. Muskegon Heights, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a shithole, but yeah.
Come on, it's okay. Come on.
Yeah, people West Michigan, but people don't like that about J-Lo, you know. And you know the block, one thing about it, she probably don't do interviews. They probably want her to do an interview. She probably snugged them for all these years. You know, and they
sounds like Star invited to the drink champs, and I said, "What can you do for me?"
Exactly. You know, you say she's still making a movie. You say she made the movie on Netflix.
Right.
I didn't see it yet, but I heard it was a good movie. But you know,
it's decent.
She's still doing her thing, and
Atlas
she's still doing her thing with people.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, she's still doing her thing, and you know. She's doing her thing. She not being Hollywood. Maybe she's not reaching out to the bloggers or people that's hating on her. And then they're gonna say bad things about her. I think that's just typical. That's typical. Just the human behavior. You know. So
okay. Can we get to my main topic for a second? You say you're a foundational Black American. Howard University revoking Diddy's honorary degree, please.
You're right. Yes, but they only get those because they donate the money. I got a master's degree in social work. They only get those because they donate the money.
Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, they only get that because they donate money. He shouldn't have had it in the first place for all the reasons you named. He got a history of being conniving, of being deceiving. He got a history of just a bad track record, like 20 or 30 years. You know, so he probably shouldn't have.
Death!
I don't...
Sir.
Yeah.
Death! City College people were trampled to death. Death, my nigga.
What was that, 93? That was
91. 91.
Yeah, 90.
Christopher Wallace, death! He's got a track record of death, my nigga. Come on.
And you know, the minute when it's finally, and that's the one thing, the minute when when he does something that shocked the world, shocked the nation, that's when they finally come out and say, oh, well, we can't be associated with. That's only, it's like that thing, you can hear it behind closed doors, but you're only going to react to it when you see it. You know, you can hear about it for so many years,
right?
But you're only going to react to it when you see it. And then the video is so shocking to everybody. You know, everybody's pulled away from Diddy. People been hearing it from years. He blew up Cuddy's car or whatever. That was, you know, that's been out there for years.
Right.
He's supposed to be. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but they say he has some associated with Kim Porter's death. But
I'm going to get to that shortly because her father is now speaking up. But let's go back for a second. Let's go back for a second. And I want you to always remember this about me. I respect people like yourself who have gone to the institutions of learning. I had the option. My parents had the money. I just chose not to. But for someone like yourself who has studied, taken exams, and you have built up, you know, networks and peers of people, I respect that, okay? But now, are you familiar with Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, who Howard, they shunned her?
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with it. They shunned her. Why?
Well, are you familiar with Dr. Frances Cress Welsing? I'm old, so you don't have to know.
No, I'm not.
Okay. When you get time, you said you're foundational Black American. You know, a lot of the stuff that Tariq Nasheed, great man that he is, she is the architect of foundational Black Americans, along with other people. I'll just say that, you know, but Howard University did her dirty. So for them not to honor her and to help her eat, and then to give Diddy an honorary degree, I don't fuck with Howard. But go ahead and finish up, please.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, but Puff probably just gave him a couple dollars, you know, and that's all them honorary degrees be about. You know, they donated a large amount of money, you know, or they probably get their name put on a library or some sort.
Right.
And they probably never went to a school or whatever.
Yeah. I thank you for the call, sir. I'm gonna let you get back to your powder, allegedly.
All right.
Troll babies. The devil knows its own. What is that, nigga? Nah, it's the weather, yo. Oh my God. Oh my God. The stories I used to tell people when I went to work. Nah, I fell asleep with the fan on all night. Yeah, I'm congested right now. Showrunner, mysupremewellbeing.com. I say again, mysupremewellbeing.com. If you go there, spend some Skrilla, send me a screenshot. You know, I give you a discount with promotion on the show here, okay? Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany, I sent you an email earlier. Did you get the email? If that's the same Tiffany I'm thinking of. She says, epic star report already. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Tiffany. Sit tight on the phones. I see you, folks. Blade says niggas gassed her head up for years. Blade, you're right. Hip-hop gassed her head up. Oh, I remember my nigga Ja Rule and all them used to come up to the station. Yo, J-Lo hood, yo, leave her alone, yo, she hood. I'm not even going back to when I trolled her and all that sort of, you know, just, it's old shit. Forever Maryland, I got your email. Thank you, sir. I can't focus on that right now. That's not my topic, but thank you for tapping in. Folks, let's stay focused tonight, please. Let me go to area code 917. Good evening. 2 topics on a Sunday. Are you there? 917.
I'm here.
Hey.
So glad to be here.
Hey.
So I have something to say about J-Lo.
Hey.
I think we're just at a place in a society where we just like to hate on people who've been established for long periods of time. Like Oprah's getting it too. Like that's surprising to me, like how much hate Oprah gets from the Black community. And I think J-Lo, like people that are part of like the establishment, it's just like society is turning on them. So I think it's almost like bigger than just J-Lo. J-Lo is also annoying. And like the previous caller said, she got her head gassed up so much for so long. Right. But I think it's like a bigger societal thing. Like people are like wanting to tear down, you know, people who represent the establishment. That's what I think.
Can I ask, what is your ethnic makeup?
I am a foundational Black American.
Okay. J-Lo, if you ask me, I could be wrong. She was embraced by hip hop, and that was her entrance into, the music business. What was the name of that song? Tonight, oh, my love. Is it Tonight Is the Night? Do you remember? That was her
Yes.
first
Yes. No, I think she was embraced by.
No, hang on. Before that song, I think it was called Tonight, Jennifer Lopez. She was doing all hip hop shit, and Murder Inc. and all these guys, Terror Squad, they were propping her up. They knew she wasn't from the hood. They put her on Front Street. If memory serves me correctly, troll babies, correct me if I'm wrong. Ashanti was singing the goddamn her parts, prior to J-Lo then coming in and then learning the parts that Ashanti sung. But it was Ashanti who laid down the vocal tracks. Yes, no? Do you go back that far?
Absolutely, yes.
Come on.
Yes. And I'm a woman of a certain age, and I remember during J-Lo's heyday, she was embraced. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's just a shift. There were people who were embraced in the past, and then it's just, I don't know if their haters have just been quiet all along. And then now with social media, you can just be, tear people down anonymously.
Right.
And I mean, I find J-Lo annoying. I was never a big J-Lo fan. I didn't think she had that much talent, but I don't see I don't hate her. I don't, the level of hate.
I don't hate Jennifer Lopez, but and I guess okay. The song was called "Waiting for Tonight," released September the 7th, 1999. Okay, Jennifer Lopez. I find it odd that the hip hop, diaspora, those are the people who propped her up, and I just think that okay, so she did what everybody wanted her to do. Come in, pretend to be down from the block, which she wasn't. And she popped off. Pow! And then she married a Puerto Rican man. She married Mark Anthony. Yes, married him.
Yes, but he wasn't her first, though, like her first marriage.
Doesn't matter. She dated that nigga Diddy, went to that bullshit with him. Yeah. So if you ask me, she kept it real enough. Okay, her and Ben Affleck, it's not going to work. They tried it, but where is the excessive hate coming from? Go ahead, finish up. Good.
That's a very good point, because you would think someone would kind of stick up for her, stand up for her. I think also I think the point you were making earlier, like even where's her own community, I feel like she's kind of hopped around to different communities, so maybe she didn't build that loyalty, and she's been in and out. So maybe that's why. It is kind of interesting though, a lot, and it seems like everyone's hating on her, mainly white people though. And I don't know, this is odd. It's a little bit odd.
I'm going to put the blame on the Latin Hispanic community. I think they are the biggest haters of J-Lo. And I find that to be concerning. I really do. Knowing what they have gone through. And you know what? Most of them don't know their fucking history. They really don't. They talk about Puerto Rico. I got family in Puerto Rico, but they don't know the history of things. And I'm not going to sit here and fucking give them a history lesson because they wouldn't appreciate it. But anyway, babe, do you want to talk about Diddy for a second and Howard University revoking his honorary degree?
How did he have it in the first place? How did he have a Global Icon Award? How did he have a Lifetime Achievement Award? Like, all of these things were open secrets. And, it's just, come on. It's one thing to sell records. It's another thing to get that kind of recognition from institutions that are supposed to be about some values, and it's just like, people didn't care. And there's people getting that credit today that have, shady past.
Yeah.
Nas. Fabulous. I mean, maybe not quite the same, but all these people, Dr. Dre, all these people beat women, and it's well known.
Didn't Fabulous knock out Emily's teeth? Supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, until like the masses kind of catch up with you, in terms of I don't know. I don't know what makes that switch flip. Sometimes, I mean, video evidence is definitely very powerful, but even sometimes without that, these people kind of coast along. I mean, Dr. Dre beat somebody in public, didn't he? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even want to say what he did to D. Barnes, but hang on a second before you go. What was that you said about Oprah? What'd you say about Oprah? I want to see Oprah locked up. What'd you say about Oprah?
Yeah, so I just find it interesting. Again, as a woman of a certain age, you know, I grew up with Oprah on TV, you know, and Oprah was, you know what? Oprah was very popular. You know, people, you know, thought she was, you know, about doing good in the world, etc. And it seems like the young people, like, you know, the tide has changed on her, or maybe it's the old people. I don't know who it is, but like on social media, there's a lot of Oprah hate, and I find that one very interesting.
As it should be.
Oprah's not like my favorite.
As it should be.
So what did she do? Tell me why you.
Can I? May I?
I mean,
may I?
Yes.
You can go on Google and you can see Oprah Winfrey, who I think is the Antichrist. You can see her hugged up, kissing on Diddy, Russell Simmons, Harvey Weinstein, and somebody else. Troll babies. Who else is Oprah? You can see pictures of her kissing all these men who have gone down in flames. Something is up with Oprah. I think she's the Antichrist. But again, finish up, please.
Oh boy. Well, I guess I don't hate Oprah. You know, I don't. Again, she's not my favorite person, but anybody in a position of and anybody in a position of power, if you're as big as Oprah's been for decades, you're gonna have pictures with all those people. Yeah. Show me like someone on Oprah's level that doesn't have pictures with most of those people. I bet they do.
Well, she's got pictures hugging and kissing on these people. But hey, baby, I appreciate your call. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Guys, who am I missing? Oprah was hugged up with Harvey Weinstein, Russell Simmons, Diddy, somebody else that got arrested or went down in flames. Let me look in the live chat real quick. Oh, no. I would love to see Oprah Winfrey in handcuffs. Yes, I would. Jamal, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Jamal says, Star, aren't you the architect of the J-Lo hate? Question mark. Let me take a sip of my Pellegrino. You might have a point, sir. You might have a point, but I would say I just trolled her. I've never hated her. Just trolled her. Oh, I remember Mariah Carey came on the Star and Buckwalk show when I'm interviewing her. I have the video footage because I videotaped all of my interviews. I have got the whole fucking catalog. You know this. And I was asking Mariah, would she ever do a duet with J-Lo? And her face went like this. Well, I don't know how that would sound. And at the time, Marvette Brito, who I love dearly, was J-Lo's publicist. And I said, well, would you do it, Mariah? Would you do a duet with J-Lo? And then Mariah said, Marvette, as if to say, get me out of here. Okay, Jamal, thank you, sir. Dana said, nigga, I'm on the line. Let's go. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. Niggas always bringing up my past. What the fuck? Dana with the data. Hey, girl, thank you for tapping in Sunday evening.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me loud and clear?
I'm great, and you are popping. You are lit, not just on X, but on YouTube. So proud of you.
Yes, thank you so much. I got my plaque, honey. I just got to put both my plaques on the wall, nice. So that will be coming soon. Nice. Yes, nice. the 100K plaque and the Beyonce plaque, honey. We pop it.
Yes. Where do you want to start, please?
So I want to start with you and piggyback off of that last comment, that donation, because yes, sir, you did lead the charge with the J-Lo hate, because you even started, didn't you protest her outside of one of those interviews, news stations she was at when that song dropped back in the day? Wasn't you telling people to go and protest?
I forget.
Yes, you did. I was listening to you on the radio, and I think she was at NBC4, Good Day or whatever, one of those news things, and promoting the new album, that song with Ja Rule, and she said the N-word. Mm-hmm. And yes, you did. You did a J-Lo campaign probably for a good month.
Yeah.
So yes, I have to concur with the last comment from the last person.
But
the donation.
even if I did like the fuse, I didn't keep it going over the years. I mean, these people are just like tearing her apart with all sorts of memes. They don't cut her any slack. And again, to clarify that, she sung that part that Ashanti sung. I forget who the producer was, and I'm not giving her a pass, but I'm just saying it was trolling. That was the early days of trolling. Good.
Right. And Ashanti, not only did she sing it, but she also wrote it. So got to give her writing credit.
Right.
Because J-Lo ain't write nothing. So. No. I think that she's getting a lot of hate because she's married to Ben Affleck, and he is the biggest star, and they're supposed to be going through some type of divorce. So, so she kind of keeps herself out there when it comes to scandals or just social media, going viral for whatever with the gossip and celebrity news. And I think she likes it. So, but I wasn't calling in for that though.
Okay.
I just wanted to comment on that part. I want to get to comment on the topic with Howard University.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, because when I spoke to you earlier, because I did mention that, yes, they didn't give Bill Cosby his money back, but I feel as though
come on.
I feel as though I think that they should have, instead of giving it back, quote unquote, they should have reinvested in domestic violence organizations in the Washington, D.C. area, homeless shelters for single moms and children. Do something good with it. You giving it back, that means nothing. And I'm tired of, you have these universities or these institutions and individuals always want to point the finger, but particularly these college institutions, they never want to talk about all of the, abuse that go on campus, on their own campus. And that's a big deal. So a lot of times it's more of a PR stunt so that people don't start bringing that up. Well, I was attacked or whatever, on this campus and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they do things to push the dirt away from them, to push the flashlight off of them, the universities and institutions and even individuals.
Yeah. Well,
so Diddy isn't the only villain.
Well, he's not the only one, Dana, but listen, I'm as old as dust. I still think that Howard University, because of the way that they treated Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, how did Diddy even get a goddamn honorary degree? How? Is it just the money? Because he gave them $2 million and then they just, their morals, ethics, and values went out the fucking window. People were trampled to death at City College. The fuck? Go ahead.
Yeah, he already had a murky track record, but all that goes out the window when you're cutting them a check. And, so. You have referred to, and I echoed it plenty of times, and so have the judge, that Howard universities and universities such as that, HBCUs, are like the 13th grade. And so it's, they need that type of money. But also, a lot of these Black universities now are diluting the whole lineage of being a HBCU, because now they are opening up the admissions to white, to Indians, to everybody else. Yeah, that's a big, and I believe it was something with the medical school. I don't have that accurate information, but it was something with the medical school that they were not giving any more scholarships to Black students. So yeah, it honestly, Howard University giving them that money back means nothing to me. Okay. I don't look at you as you an upstanding, prestigious institution in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Dana, hold on. Florida Boy J, sit tight. Hold on, Florida Boy J. You and Judge Joe Brown, you've already discussed Marilyn Mosby. You've already discussed Fannie Willis. You're riding on Fannie Willis, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shalitha Robertson was just sentenced this past Friday. 30 years of service, former police officer, former public defender, city attorney. She was found guilty of paycheck protection program funds and PPP loan applications, all sorts of fuckery. Why is there so many Black women, public officials getting caught scamming and stealing in the Atlanta metro area? And any thoughts, any comments, Dana?
Yeah, well, the dominoes are falling, and, Fannie Willis is being cooked slowly over these months up until the November elections.
Right.
But this is a, what do you call it? A tradition of corruption in Atlanta. These are the offsprings of the Black Boule, of the civil rights movement, and, business people. These are their offspring. So this is business as usual.
Right.
So, people always want to, and these individuals, when they get in trouble, they want to scream racism, they want to scream gender. And it's like, no, you're just corrupt. It's just business as usual. That has nothing to do with white people,
right.
Because this is so you're talking about predominantly Black county or city. But even if it was 50-50, it's all the people in position of power are Black. And it's been like that for decades. So the dominoes are falling, and, she kind of opened the door to have the flashlight all up in their ass. And I'm here for it because I'm,
Yeah, well, I wanted to just put the spotlight on her because she made a donation to Fannie Willis. I saw that in the newspaper yesterday, New York Post to be precise. I think it was $1,000. She's going down. Again, she was sentenced this Friday, 7 years in the penitentiary. Shalitha Robertson, Superior Court judge from Fulton County, in case you don't know, a scammer. 63 years of age. Yeah. This is a baby boomer from my generation. She bought a pink Rolls Royce. I got herself a 10-carat diamond ring and giving out money to the family.
So what might happen, and I pray to God that it do happen, she may want to cut a deal, and she got to start telling on Fannie, telling on Sheriff LaButte. He's the sheriff down there in Fulton County. She may got to start telling. So well, listen,
she's already been sentenced to 7 years, maybe telling to reduce time. But go ahead, so you're saying,
right, to reduce time, yes. But tomorrow, over the past month, I've been having people out of Fulton County come on my show, and I'm having LA Pink come on. So me and the judge, we will be talking about this in details, and and they give a lot of insight what's going on in Fulton County. And why is this so important? Because this type of behavior is going on in a lot of other major cities and small towns throughout this nation. So it's very important that, the people of Fulton County and Georgia have some type of justice, because that's taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. Dana, great to talk to you. Anything else you want to mention? And again, congratulations on all of your success. Anything else you want to mention?
No, just, go to The Real Dana on YouTube and subscribe, and check me and the judge out every Monday and Thursday. And I do my own podcast every Wednesday. And of course, we on X, cutting up, and that's at The Real Dana #7. So that's
Thank
it.
you, Dana. Great to talk to you.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye now. Okay. Dana with the data, doing the damn thing. Florida Boy J, there he is, sir. Has the game started already? Game 2, the finals, FPJ.
Yeah, no, it's about to start. It hasn't started just not yet, but it usually starts about 30 minutes to an hour earlier on Sundays. But we do have game one. Actually, it actually did just start. It's 13-6. It's 13-6. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Dallas is up on the Celtics. 13-6.
Okay. So the game did start. You're confusing me. The game did start.
Yeah. He's got in the house.
Okay.
He's got in the house.
I'm talking about Diddy, Howard University revoking his honorary degree, or I'm asking the question, why is everyone hating on J-Lo? Or Caitlin Clark did not make it to the Olympic female basketball team. You have speed?
Yeah, man. Yeah, first of all, with the Caitlin Clark thing, I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, like, it's usually sometimes with some of these Olympic basketball teams, they might get a college, like best college player to come on with amongst some of the pros. But most of the time, they do have at least like one young person. I remember in the 2004 Olympics, they had I want to say LeBron James. He went out there for him. You had Anthony Davis come out there for like 2012. So you have, it's a precedence of having either rookies or college stars. You know, Christian Laettner back in '92. But with Caitlin Clark, she doesn't need to be on that roster. She's good. She's good enough to be on the roster. If they didn't pick her, so what? I don't see what the issue is. There's been times Allen Iverson didn't get selected. There's been times they don't even know if Kyrie Irving. They don't presently, I think, have Kyrie Irving on the Olympic team right now. Presently going for the Olympics this summer. So you don't have to. So just because she's not on, doesn't mean this is some type of unprecedented. You know,
I'm just asking. I don't know. I saw just a couple of articles. I don't know if this is like a big thing. I'm trying to stay in the loop with the WNBA. I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I love the intensity and the physical aspect of the WNBA. It reminds me of the NBA in the 90s. Am I wrong? They're getting it in.
No, you're right, because even though you see a lot of people who don't really watch or care and like to race bait, they want to talk about, the aesthetics and what things look like. But also, like you just said, these people who cover the WNBA, these people who fund the WNBA, they want to see the aggression. They want to see the hits. They want to see the rough. They want to show highly competitive women's sports. Like, we usually celebrate Serena. We celebrate a lot of the women's individual sports, but women's team competitive sports, this is something they're trying to reintroduce. And I enjoy it. I'm sitting there watching, like I said,
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Vegas. Right. I'm sitting there watching the fine ass white girl from the Sparks. You had Jimmy Butler pull up on her earlier. This is great. I find myself just like everybody else watching more WNBA at this point. It's fun.
Let me ask you a question.
Clark bought out and get some Mystics.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. I'm not sure if you've already addressed this or not. I just started paying attention to Asia Wilson, 27 years of age, born in 1996, from Columbia, South Carolina. She plays with as you just mentioned, the Las Vegas team, Las Vegas Aces. Is she the best in the WNBA? I saw she just broke some record or set a new record. Is she the best in the game, Asia Wilson?
Yeah, right now she's the best all-around player. She's one of those players that's putting up nigga numbers. When I say nigga numbers, we talk about 35 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, she's filling up the stat sheet. And it's not like she's some big girl who's, like a Brittany Griner who just dominated the paint. She's not a Caitlin Clark who's sitting around there pulling up from 35 feet. No, she's getting those baskets.
She's a power forward. She's 6'4", 195 pounds. Amazon pussy.
Yeah.
But now, hang on a second. I'm looking here. She has 2 WNBA championships, 2022, 2023. Are they headed for a three-peat?
Right now, the Aces, since they came into the league, have been the most dominant team of the last few years. I can definitely see them three-peating right now.
Okay.
It's a few other teams. Like, the Liberty's still pretty good, too. You know what I'm saying? You still got Liberty out there. You still got Minnesota. You can't forget about Minnesota. Minnesota is still going to be good, and you still got I want to say Seattle Storm,
I don't know
them, and I want to say one more team. I want to say the Mercury.
Okay,
I think it's Connecticut Mercury. I forget, but yeah, it's a few teams. that can compete, but I still think that, like you said, Asia Wilson, I really do believe they're going to three-peat because nobody's messing with her. She has a great all-around inside-outside game, post-game. She can hoop.
Do you want to touch on why is everyone hating on Jennifer Lopez, or did you call in for a particular reason, Florida Boy Jay?
Oh no, we can talk about why everybody's hating on Jennifer Lopez, and this for a few reasons. The one star, Jennifer Lopez has never been the underdog in the entertainment industry. You know, sometimes we need something to root for, or you come on as an up and coming act, and we root for you and we pull you up to the top, and usually have some day one fans there. When it comes to Jennifer Lopez, I know she paid her dues in the entertainment and came from the ranks, but the main point when it comes down to her is that she has a long history of being hand delivered things other people work hard for. Like we know Tommy Mottola funded her career to sabotage Mariah Carey. We know she had songs from Ashanti that still had the vocals on the back. We know it was songwriters. We know A. Marie had to rush one thing to the radio stations for the label took it. So not only do we know her for being, like we said, escorted to the front of the line, but some of these black women who have worked blood, sweat, and tears in the studio to get their big break, you actually took their records. And not only took those records, you got the original vocals on those records. That's, if you want to talk about, a perception-wise, white people don't like her because you niggered it up with Diddy. They're never going to forget that. They're not going to let you clean off that black off your skin.
I have to jump in, Florida Boy Jay, because I was there. I got to put a little seniority on you here. Again, Murder Inc., Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, and a host of others. Even my homie LL Cool J. They put her out on Front Street, They gave her those features. Fat Joe and the entire terror squad. They knew she wasn't from the hood, but they co-signed her and propped her up. So then she does what you're supposed to do, cross over. She has always spoken, to my knowledge, broken Spanish, Spanglish, New Yorican, if you will. I don't ever remember her, unless I missed it. I don't ever remember her coming on Hot 97. Anybody in that live chat, have you ever heard Jennifer Lopez on Hot 97? I may have missed it. I know she never came on my show. Did she ever come on the station? Did her and Angie Martinez have issues? Did she even call into the goddamn station? You were saying, Florida Boy Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Number one, she never had a fan base to solely identify and plant roots in. Number two, just like you just said, and what black people notice. The thing what they tried to do with J-Lo, they just tried to do the 90s Mariah Carey 2.0. We're going to get a whole bunch of thug niggas around this pretty porcelain, ambiguous woman and take hip-hop to pop and take this pop to the hood. But what happened was, unlike Mariah Carey...
Hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay, I'm sorry to cut you off. Okay, I see a couple of you saying she's cool with Angie. They're cool now? My question was, did she ever go on Hot 97 back in the days when she was, making those tracks with Murder Inc. and Ja Rule? Did she ever call into the station? Did you ever hear Jennifer Lopez on Hot 97? That's my question. Back to you, Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, and with that said, the way she was packaged to black entertainment, she was packaged to sell to black people. Yeah. And like you said before, I never seen her do an Ed Gordon interview on BET back in the day. I never seen her go to Big Pig in the basement and kick no freestyles, no Jenny from the block. So it's like, yeah, you profit off of black dollars, you profit off of Diddy, then try to clean up, go to Hollywood, hang out with Ben Affleck. Those those white Boston people was like, get your ass away from my son, away from my good Boston boy. You know what I'm saying? She's stolen tracks. She can't sing. We've heard her vocals not be the best. They put her in Super Bowls. They put her in what was it? The New Year's Eve performance. They have overexploited somebody with minimal talent, and the people have now realized it.
Okay. So I take it you're not a J-Lo fan by any means, right?
Oh, I'll clap cheeks, but you'll never hear me put a J-Lo song on.
I think, man, I gotta say, I think that's the corniest thing. I'd smash. When guys say that, it devalues everything you've just said prior. I'd still smash. Why even say that? Why say that?
So you're saying you can't criticize an attractive woman?
You can criticize,
because I can want to smash you.
Hang on. But then why devalue what you've said by taking it to such a low point, but by way of being a male, as if you're just going to succumb, to some snatch. But go ahead, finish up. I had to say that.
Yeah, because I don't want to sound like I'm just like not. I just hate everything about her, or she's not a good-looking woman. Objectively, she is. Right. But when we were talking about her image, that's what's faulty. Lastly, I think topic you had it was Diddy topic.
Oh, you know what I need to ask you? Can we make this quick? Because I'm backed up on calls here. Yeah. Roger Bonds now saying Diddy was a junkie. He went and got pills for Diddy. Cassie got pills for Diddy. Is he a new type of fucking snitch? To my knowledge, he has not been arrested. He's not under investigation. He's telling because he needs money. Is that a new type of snitch?
He's the worst type of snitch. You were complicit in the BS. You carried along the BS. Big Gene chastises niggas for. You was the guards that did the dirt. Right. Either you have worked with the police and have signed paperwork and are going to testify, and you already got that in place, or the police need to be putting a flashlight up his ass and taking him downtown for questioning. Because I don't understand. Is he trying to get ahead of it? Is he trying to get these checks so he can get a lawyer to get ahead of it? He's stupid. He should. He's the worst. Yeah. He's the worst in this whole situation. I'm more pissed at him than even Diddy.
Yeah. Great to talk to you, man. Florida Boy Jay.
Absolutely. Hey, absolutely, man. You have a great show. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. FBJ tapping in. Guys on the screen, Skylar Saunders. Check him out on YouTube. All right, youtube.com/@Sky Saunders. Okay. Skylar, if you have a new video, man, send me an email so we can post that for you. Okay. Let me go to Cash App, guys. Thank you for supporting the machine. I can't get to every call. If you want to send in a donation, the information is on the screen, okay? Roro, the Great. They are against lineage-based reparations. Fuck them, okay? HBCU may need to consolidate. Can call in 860. Please call in, sir. Call in. I want you to speak. Thank you for your donations. Roro, the Great. Sir Shy, where are you, sir? He says, no, Dana, no more affordable housing for single moms. Sir Shy, good to hear from you, man. Roro also says, okay. Did you mean to say Dana? Well, call in. I'm looking for your call there. If you can chime in right now, I've got time. Okay. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, you're just now responding to the email. I took some of the timestamps and put them at the top of the last show. Please take notice to how I would like the timestamps set up. And please hear me again, Tiffany. Only 6 or 7, no more than that. Please, no more, because it's too many sometimes. But thank you for your support and your help. Let me go to area code 614. Good evening. Howard University has revoked Diddy's honorary degree. Are you there? 614.
Yeah, what's up, brother? Well, not brother. What's up, Star? It's Charles Ease.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
All right, man. Yeah, they took it back, man. They said the tape with him putting the ground and pound on Cassie, it just don't line up with their good morals and values, man. So they took it back, man. But when that tape leaked, they exposed the Loch Ness Monster. They exposed Bigfoot. They put a face on all the rumors and claims that we heard over the years. So that kind of forced a lot of people saying so. They revoked that honorary degree, man.
I think they're I think they're hypocrites. I think he's got such a deplorable track record to the point where it should have been taken away a long time ago, let alone given to him in the first place. I mean, just the amount of people that have gone broke working with him, dying under his watch. Are you a college man, Charles Ease?
I'm not. I'm not a college man, but I do try to study when I get a chance on, independently study.
Well, the reason why I ask that is because, again, I have respect for people who have gone to the institutions and they commit themselves. They commit.
Absolutely.
They commit to studying finals. I mean, that's work. To me, that's more work than standing on the corner pumping drugs, having shootouts over fucking nigga shit. That's work. And I look at them and I'm like, wow, they need to be investigated for other people that they have just allowed to get these honorary degrees. Go ahead, sir. You were saying?
Absolutely, man. You're right. They should have been took it away, if it all even give it to him. I heard you speak about Dr. Frances Wilson, the ISIS papers,
yes.
Man. That was crazy what they did to her, man.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Then to turn around and see that you giving Diddy an honorary degree, man. What do that even mean? We only can assume that when money is involved, the lines get so blurred.
Yeah. So there goes their morals, ethics, and values out of the window. Out of the window.
Yep.
I can't respect him.
Yep.
Any thoughts on J-Lo, or do you care? Why so much hate for J-Lo?
Well, man, J-Lo, like a lot of artists, like a lot of non-black artists, they kind of come in through the black door and they leave out through other doors. and I'm FBA, so we're much to blame because we anything light skin or look exotic or whatever.
Right,
we like to give the
light skin, chinky eyes.
Trying to give them we like to give me Harlem and give them that Bruce.
Right. Come on.
It's crazy, man, but we got to stand for something. Like you were just telling Florida boy Jay, like when you say that I still smash and all that, you right. You got to stand on something. When you say that, after you try to make a noble point, and then after that you say, "Oh, but I still smash," or you wipe out everything that you say. So you got to stand on something, man.
Hang on a second, Charles Ease, because I appreciate you. And guys, Charles Ease, he puts out great content. Check this man out. Back in 2019, Jennifer Lopez performed at the Grammys Motown tribute. Motown.
I see.
So she had already crossed over. Hang on a second. Already crossed over. She was heading down a totally different track, whether it's salsa, merengue, bachata. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. But Smokey Robinson's old ass co-signed J-Lo. Told everybody, nah, she good, she can do this. So once again, a black man co-signs her. Smokey Robinson co-signed it. Did you know that?
Yeah, man. I seen that performance, man. I was kind of thrown off. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, where did this come from? Oh,
because I'm real.
D. Robinson.
Where you talk, where you walk. I'm real.
I mean, Motown is our baby, man. You don't. Like Denzel said, it's already pure. You don't need to step on it anymore. It's already what it is. You ain't got to put no more cut on it. You ain't got to step on it no more, man. You being greedy at this point.
Charles Ease, I appreciate you, man. Send me a banner for your platform, man, so we can put you in the community section. All right, good to hear from you.
Oh, okay. I got you good, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. Charles Ease. Black men, you've been propping up Jennifer Lopez. I want to talk to a Puerto Rican tonight. Come on, let me get one of you on the line. Don't be scared. I'm going to let you talk. What's with all the hate for J-Lo? I'm real. Timbo's dragon. What was that, Jenny on the 6? Oh, my God. She almost threw her life away fucking around with that nigga Diddy. Joe Pilot, I see you, my nigga. Are you go? Let me see if this is a Puerto Rican. Joe Pilot, my nigga, thank you for your support. Are you there, Joe Pilot?
Yes, sir. What's good, Star Man?
Are you Boricua? Boricua?
Now I'm a Dominican.
Okay.
But I'm riding with J-Lo. That's a role model right there.
Let's go.
Look how she go man to man. She don't have a whole bunch of kids from different men. She got married to Mark Anthony, had 2 beautiful kids.
Right.
And look at that. What's wrong? She don't do nothing wrong. She knows how to code switch. With the white people, she know how to key it. When with the black people, she try to say, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
What's all the hate?
I stay code switching.
You got to. Especially in the industry, you got to code switch.
Yeah.
And she's good. Like, I think she does the Jenny on the block thing because most Hispanics, living in the hood. So she try to do that to identify with them. Like, you can't identify with her living in a $10 million mansion in Miami. Like, she can't, like, she talk about that lifestyle. That's boring. We over here coming from 10 roofs. Yeah, just Spanish is messed up. But how many Ricans can talk clear Spanish?
Oh my God.
Very few.
Very few.
She's good.
They speak New Yorican or Spanglish. They don't fucking speak Spanish.
Word. Like, I think she's good. I think people just hating. Who knows why they hating? Maybe because, she's light skinned. She's kept herself in shape, hasn't blown up. I think it's just hate. And most of the hate.
She's not on pills and coke.
The Mexicans is the one hating on her because she's Puerto Rican. Most Puerto Ricans ain't hating on her.
No. It's a lot of Puerto Ricans, if you ask me. I'm on TikTok. I'm watching this shit go down, and I see the Puerto Rican. Yo, she ain't really from around here. I'm like, where the fuck are you coming from? You probably
the crab in the
come on.
Crab in the bucket mentality. They stuck in the Bronx, stuck in them projects. I would be pissed too if I was them. But yeah, J-Lo.
Hang on a second. Yeah. You say you're Dominican. Where are you? How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. Would you say, or is it fair to say that the average Puerto Rican knows more about hip hop and black culture here in America than they know about their own fucking culture back in Puerto Rico? Would you say that?
Yeah, definitely. Hip hop is pop culture, man, and definitely Puerto Ricans know all the lingo, all the lyrics, knows all the swag, know how to tie the Jordans, know the braids. You feel me? They know everything coming up. Yeah, they definitely do.
But listen,
look at the artists. All the artists stole swag from black rappers.
Facts.
They artists dread they all the jewelry, still everything.
Facts. How many arguments do you get into with Puerto Ricans? You yourself, you're Dominican. How many arguments get into with Puerto Ricans?
Man, I don't really interact with Puerto Ricans like that, But
you don't fuck with them. Just say I don't fuck with them. Say it. I don't fuck with them.
Nah. Why would I? For what? Why would I? Like, if we ain't breaking no bread, we don't got the same we don't got the same view of life most times than not. Most of them don't view life how I view it, or like how my parents view it. My dad and my mom been married for longer than I've been alive. I ain't never met a Puerto Rican with a father and a mother in the house.
Whoa!
Or a father in the house that was worth anything.
Stop. Go back. Rewind. Say that again.
Man, my parents and my dad and my mom been together for like 35 years. I ain't never met a Rican with their dad and their mom in the house. And the ones that I do know,
Don DeMarco,
Smack was on Smack or was on Ski or was an alcohol. They weren't worth nothing.
Are you on social media? I gotta promote you. Are you on YouTube?
Nah, I ain't on them streets yet. Because might as well get on and get that hate.
Listen. I appreciate you calling. I'm trying to get a Puerto Rican on this goddamn line tonight to find out why so much hate for Jennifer Lopez, man. But I appreciate.
Oh yeah,
and tapping in.
And I wanted to touch on the Celtics, man, because I'm from Boston. Man, we about to send Kyrie Irving back into a spiritual retreat wherever he's just found out he's from. He's about to be in a tiki hut in North Dakota somewhere. And Luka Doncic is about to be next to your local buffet.
Ooh.
I'm out of here. He can't let down. He can't drop the fork. I'm out.
Okay. Salute. Okay. Dominican tapping in. Oh, where is Alkaline City? Alkaline City, are you out there? Who else calls in Puerto Rico? Come on, tap in. Newt, I got your donation. He says, I'll smash, though. FBJ passing the ringworm. Peekaboo. Skylar Saunders, I see you, sir. Okay. Brand new video from Skylar Saunders. Guys, in case you don't know, we posted analytics in the community section. If you're looking to be a sponsor on the show, you have my email address. Let's work on a custom package for you. Okay, that's what the Star Report is here for. Marketing, promotion, advertising. I do what I do, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. But this is a machine. And I want to talk to some of you guys, if you're looking to get some exposure and you have to be interactive with the viewers. That's very, very important. All right. Let me see if this guy was on hold. Somebody was trying to get on the line here. Pardon me. 262. Good evening. Are you there? 262?
Yo.
Yes.
Big Bone in the house. Big Boricua. You know what's going on.
Okay. Hey, let me grab my pen. Did we speak before?
Yeah. This Bone doing work.
Oh, Bone, what's up, man? Good to hear from. What's cracking, man?
Yeah, man. I've been working plenty. So I haven't had as much time to call in. I'm always at work when the show's going on.
Nice.
But I'm on the road right now.
What's with the hate on J-Lo? Come on, man.
Oh, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got one of the flyest women in the world. You know what I'm saying? She like 50-something years old, still looking beautiful as ever, still making good movies. She was about to go on tour. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with her and Ben Affleck, but that's all it is. Whenever you got a successful, beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be haters always, even in the Puerto Rican community. Yeah, remember like a month ago, they was dragging her on TikTok. And I called in, I said, they're going to forget about that. But what I didn't realize is, you know what I'm saying, hate never ends. You know what I'm saying? You always going to have some haters when you're doing good.
Yeah. To be fair, Justin Timberlake and Bad Bunny also are having trouble with ticket sales. It's not just J-Lo. But
facts.
Yeah,
everybody.
The hate has intensified on her though, and I'm curious as to know why the Boricua community is not more supportive of her. She has reached the pinnacle, if you will, of what many people want to achieve. Hell, she hung out with Diddy, married Mark Anthony. I've never known her to do drugs or anything. What the fuck is the issue? Go ahead.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying? If she was ugly, they might put her on a pedestal like Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she's super beautiful, they gotta hate. You know what I'm saying? She got more rings than Tom Brady, and they gotta hate on that. She still got 5-star value men begging for her. You know, they begging for that ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she still could get most of these celebrities out here. So yeah, I mean, my whole thing is, I think they just hating because she's successful. That's the moral to my story.
Okay.
You know, and one thing I heard you say earlier, she held down Diddy. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
she didn't tell. She didn't tell.
Yeah, she held it down.
Look at this nigga Roger Bonds. He's up on Vlad TV telling. J-Lo didn't tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when they try to question her street card. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's from the street. I don't know nothing about her. But
did you know they handcuffed her? Hang on a second.
Told.
Hang on. Did you know they handcuffed her to the fucking bench in the police station? To the bench.
That's what I'm. 90% of these females would have folded at that. They would have been crying. They would have been bawling.
They had her handcuffed to the bench for 3 hours. I remember this. I said, damn, she kept it G. Go ahead.
Nah, yeah. Like, you know, she's one of the greatest. She played. It took a Puerto Rican woman to play one of the greatest Mexican singers of all time, Selena, and she bodied that role.
There you go.
She bodied that role. That role will never be forgotten. It's gonna be it's ingrained in Hispanic culture at this point. Okay. Everybody knows Selena, and it took J-Lo to play that perfect role. Yeah. Didn't nobody even care about the new Netflix version.
Yeah. Great to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Bone doing work.
For sure. Peace out, man.
Yes, sir. Okay. Young Puerto Rican man calls in from time to time. Guys on the screen, www.hudsontubs.com. Okay, it's one of my sponsors. Please go there, check them out. Sunday, I got you donations. Sunday says, it just says for a Sunday. Thank you so much. Lance, I got your donation. Lance, are you calling in? Lance, I don't remember area codes. You have to say, Star, I'm on the line. Such and such an area code. Please don't assume I just know who's who. You have to email me and say, hey, I'm on the line. You know, I don't charge people to call in, but I it's a lot going on right here. Maurizio, thank you for your donation. AB, I got your cash up. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Hold on a second. Peace Supreme. Yeah. Wow, you've been listening for a while. I used to have Sunday sermons. We used to do early shows on Sunday back in the Star Chamber days. Sunday sermons, but my lifestyle has changed, and it's a little rough for me to find that time. I mean, I'm up early every day, but I've got some things going on right now. But thank you for your donation. I'll keep you posted. I used to like to get up on Sunday mornings and have religious discussions, not to troll people, not to make fun of anybody's systems of belief, but just to explore certain ideologies, philosophies, and things of that nature. Okay. Pamela. Hey, Pamela. Good to hear from you. Okay. And let me just see. Okay. Sunday says I'm on the line. Hold on a second. Hold on. Sunday, how are you? Thank you for tapping in and for your support. Sunday.
Absolutely.
Hey.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Where do you want to start?
I wanted to talk about the J-Lo thing.
Why so much hatred for J-Lo? Jennifer Lopez.
So I've been a fan of her since day one.
Okay.
And J-Lo is what you would call a studio singer.
Yeah.
And for me, what I think is a lot of people fail to realize, just like being an athlete, how hard it is to do what she does.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if she can't sing. That is totally irrelevant. And I just hate when people keep talking about how she can't sing. Who cares? She has hits. She has more hits than these so-called vocalists out there. We're not talking about Mariah Carey, but she has hits. And there's a difference between being a singer and having good songs.
Right.
You can go to church and find good singers. That doesn't mean they can make a good song.
Talk about it.
Can't.
Talk about it.
And another thing is, I heard what Florida Boy had to say, and I think that there's just this general consensus of just sheer ignorance when it comes to how hard it is to be beautiful. It is not something you're born having. You have to make modifications and you have to maintain it. And for her to be that good looking at 55, well, she's about to be 55, women half her age don't even look that good.
Right.
Women in their 20s don't even look that good. She doesn't have an ounce of fat on her. She probably has a strict diet, personal trainer 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends who are professional dancers who have gone on tour with Madonna and Adele and these big stars. They rehearse 12 hours a day just to get the performance the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
They kill themselves. It doesn't matter if she can sing. She is providing a service, much like most of the great stars of entertainment. If people didn't have entertainers, they would be miserable. You work, you pay bills, and then what's next? Right. It's a necessity. It's a need to be entertained.
Right.
They need to put some respect on her name. She deserves respect for entertaining millions. And I think the reason why there's so much hate on her is because she's a woman of color. She's beautiful. She's a woman of color. She had a little brown on her skin, and people don't like that. People are racist. That's what I think it is. She's with a white man. Everybody wants to throw stones at her because she's a woman of color. They don't want her to be as successful as she is. They don't want her to be as beautiful as she is. They want her to be, they're like crabs in a barrel. I really, like, most of the hate is coming from the white community. That's what I think.
Let me jump in for a second. The white community that you just referenced, I remember, I forget when this was, maybe, it had to be longer than a decade ago. They, for like a year or two, SNL and all of these, television shows, they kept making reference to her ass. Her ass. The award shows, different little news clips. I did J-Lo's ass, J-Lo's ass. And I was like, God damn, but they're not talking about her acting. And again, that movie, This Cell, I really enjoyed that film. I thought that was a good fucking movie. So she has been getting a lot of hate, not just from her community, but from the quote unquote white community, as you just pointed out.
Yeah, I think.
But now let me ask you this. Has she ever been to rehab for drugs? I've never known her to be on narcotics or anything. I mean, I give her credit. And yes, you're right. She's always in the goddamn gym. So I'm just trying to be objective here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know any scandal that she's been involved in. People have been saying since the beginning that she can't sing, but who cares? Britney Spears can't sing. There's 1,000 people that we could name. There's 1,000 people that we can't name, that we can name now, that cannot sing and cannot rap.
Right.
And really, being beautiful is the talent in itself. And people underestimate how hard it is to stay that good. Because it's one thing to have a pretty face. You have your body match. It's a whole nother story. She has a mostly natural looking body that she's earned in the gym. That is so hard. I think one thing that most people don't realize, though, is that misogyny is at play too. She is expired. So all the praise that I just gave her is invalidated by her expiration date. And I think her expiration is what is subconsciously irking people, because they're like, okay, gave you your roses, your net worth.
Yeah. Huh? Good point.
Yeah. They gave her roses for however many decades. She's worth $400 million. Yeah, but they're ready for something fresh because she's expired. She's old. She looks old, and there's nothing she can do to reverse time. And people are, they've never been kind to old women. Old women have always been.
Let's say older. Let's say older. Let's say older, not necessarily
older.
Old,
Older women have always been mistreated and abused in society. Nobody wants to see an older woman on screen. And when you're a sex symbol or looked at as a beautiful figure, because she's a sex symbol, people just don't have any tolerance. They just are annoyed with her. I think she's a fantastic actress, and she should just focus on acting, because her age is what's really working against her. That's what I think. That happens basically at this day and age. If you're over the age of 35, people throw stones at you, call you an old lady, call you grandma. Yeah. There's all these misogynistic red pill terms to punish women for aging, and she's facing the brunt of that. They're like, you're old. You need to just disappear, and that's how they're treating her. I think it's because of her age.
Let me jump in there. It's not just misogynistic terms. When we have, women out here at 60 talking about they're looking for a man to let them go shopping like Vivica A. Fox, that's an issue. Someone like that at that age saying shopping, that's an issue. I had to jump in there with that.
No, I agree with you. I was on that call. I think that she's delusional, but at the same time, women who age are punished in the entertainment world. Yeah. And that goes across races, and it's usually just women, but usually if you're starting to look old, they punish you. And this is her being burned at the stake for her age. That's what I really think.
Good point.
And her marrying a white man. Jennifer Garner has openly said that Ben Affleck was terrible.
Yeah.
So it's not her fault that the relationship has fallen apart.
Yeah.
She might not have the tools to keep one going, but his first wife said that he was awful.
Yeah.
So she's not the reason for anything.
Okay.
But they want to hate her because she's been more successful than most people can dream. Yeah.
Are you into basketball at all? I know we've spoken a few times. You into the WNBA? You're 6 foot, right?
So I'm 5'11". I say 6 foot.
5'11". Okay.
Because it's like same difference. Yeah.
Right. Are you into basketball, WNBA?
I have no athletic talent at all. And this is going to sound so awful, but I don't watch women's sports like at all.
No, it's okay.
I know that's so horrible.
No, it's fine. Yeah. I was just trying to get educated on Asia Wilson. That's all, but don't worry about it. All right. Any thoughts
I just look at male sports.
Okay. Any thoughts on Howard University revoking Diddy's honorary degree? I don't know why the fuck he had a degree in the first place.
I think that they made the right decision, but I just don't think Diddy gives a shit. Like, he doesn't care. Like, there's nothing anybody can do at this point outside of the criminal system to punish him. I don't think he cares. He is so wealthy that he can retire 100 times if he wanted to. He doesn't, like, he has $800 million. All you need to retire is about $5 million to live a luxurious life. He has so much money that he could stop working today and never have to have another sponsorship or deal. He doesn't care. That's what I think. But I do think that
I think he's going to jail.
I
think he's going to jail. I think that
well, see, even if he does, it won't be for a long time because he's somehow like with the situation with Cassie, she didn't report him right away, and the statutes expired. So he'll go. If he goes, it'll be for a short period, and I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares at all. And it's an unfortunate thing. But people like that, the good thing is, are being exposed so that there's a little bit more awareness. I think it's just mostly about awareness at this point, that women are being abused, that boys are being abused, that the entertainment industry is demonic, and that it's not cap, as they say. It's not cap.
All right. Great to talk to you,
like
Sunday.
Women, oh, you're lying. Absolutely. Thank you.
Take care. Bye now. All right.
Okay, bye.
Sunday's happening. She made some good points. Guys, Kim Porter's father recently spoke with Rolling Stone. I think that's the source, and said he's appalled by the video footage of Diddy and Cassie. I don't know if anything, Diddy has given to Kim Porter's family, or maybe they already get something. I don't know. Maybe her assets and whatever she had was turned over to them. I'm curious to know if Kim Porter's father will sue Diddy. In similar fashion, how Ron Goldman's family sued O.J. Simpson for wrongful death. Now, Kim Porter, correct me if I'm wrong, she died from pneumonia. But we've got Roger Bonds now telling he's a broke nigga. He's broke as fuck. This is a different type of rat nigga. He has not been arrested. He's just telling to get a bag. Telling to get a bag. Anybody got any information on that? Do you care? Will Kim Porter's father, or should Kim Porter's father, sue Diddy for wrongful death? A lot of people speculate that he may have had something to do with her death. I don't know. Did he? Jay Bandit, where are you, my nigga? I want to talk to you. We had your video up in the community section earlier. Were you on one, my nigga? Did you pop a perky? Were you on the Molly? I mean, I haven't allegedly, and guys, troll babies. Did you see the video with Jay Ben? He had on the what do they call it? Mandex, not spandex. He had on the death row Mandex, and he was rapping the Tupac up in the camera. Joe Pilot says Jay Bandit was off the meth. That nigga was on one at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I see you. I see you. We're going to continue the conversation. I might continue on through goddamn game 2 of the here he is, of the NBA Finals. Yes, sir. Gene Richmond. Good evening, my homie. Number 9.
Hey, good evening. What a pleasure it always is to be on the illustrious show of the Star Report once again. It's such a pleasure to be on here. You have no idea. Surreal,
yeah,
if you will. It's almost groovy, man. It's almost surreal.
Are you okay? We spoke yesterday. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I just wanted to express how surreal it is to be on your show. But I'm great.
and we were texting this morning. Are you okay? What's going on? What the fuck?
No, I'm great. Okay. I'm great. I just want to say how surreal it is to be on your show.
Okay.
It's just groovy. I'm grooving with you and everybody else.
It sounds like you're grooving. You know? That's what I'm gonna say. I'm
grooving with you and everybody else. You know, and I'm gonna hang up a plaque on my wall, a plaque of finding globalism and the truth about this reckoning that's coming to America. That's the plaque that I'm gonna hang up on my wall. I'm gonna hang up a plaque that's gonna expose realities of what's happening in and around our society.
Gotcha.
The globalist implications, the reckoning that was taught, Gnosticism and ancient philosophy. That's the plaque I'm going to hang up on my wall. Since we're hanging plaques, that's the plaque I want to hang up on my wall. But it's surreal to be here, man. It's groovy. Like I said, it is groovy.
It's good to hear from you, man. Did you call in to chime in about anything? Howard University, J-Lo? You said you're grooving. I don't want to get too deep. Pause. It's
very interesting. Do you remember that film Sunset Boulevard with Gloria Swanson and I believe it was Alan Ladd?
I can Google.
And it was an aging.
I'll Google.
It was an aging.
I'll Google.
It was an aging starlet who was way past her time, and the young man came into her life and tried to manipulate her. But
1950.
Asked her.
1950. Sunset Boulevard. Continue.
Sunset Boulevard. Yeah. And Hollywood had cast her aside. The tabloids had ridiculed and criticized her, even though she wanted to make a comeback and she was still making films from time to time. But she was an aging starlet, and the point of, and also films like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Betty Davis and Joan Crawford.
Right.
You see, the reason why I named Gloria Swanson and Betty Davis and Joan Crawford is because those actresses at one point were part of the Hollywood elite. They were the hit girls. They were young and they were in every film and they were on the red carpet. They were beloved. They performed. They were everywhere. But as they got into their 50s and then into their 60s, Hollywood kind of started to push them out for the more younger actors. I don't think Jennifer Lopez is talentless. I don't think she's a woman that is useless. I just think that Hollywood puts an expiration date on their starlets.
Right.
And once they get over the hump or over the hill, if you will, they start to look at them or cast them off in a way and ridicule them in a sense, meaning that you're past your prime and we have a whole younger crop and fresher images of young women that we want to exploit.
What you've just said, you're making a great point. And my response to that, if I can, do you think that the death of Marilyn Monroe in, 1962, when she was 36 years of age, 36, do you think that was the shift when it became more accepting of a Hollywood starlet to be young, if you will? Does that make sense? When Marilyn Monroe died.
Well, yeah, I think Marilyn Monroe's death solidified a change because she died very young.
Yeah.
She was one of the most sought after women in Hollywood. She was a sex symbol, one of the first premier sex symbols that were. Yeah. I think one of her last films was The Misfits with Clark Gable and Montgomery Clift, if I'm correct. And so she was a very popular woman at that time, and her untimely death really did take a shift in how actresses were viewed.
Right.
They were once upon a time held on this pedestal and viewed as untouchable, as these unique images. But Marilyn Monroe was I don't want to say almost, but a tragic Hollywood tale. Yeah. And I think that shift started in the 1960s and it continued on until then.
Okay. Good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Do you want to say anything with regards to Howard University revoking Diddy's honorary degree before you go?
Well, I think, when the walls come crumbling down, they come crumbling down. They're going to take everything away from him. They're going to strip him of every honor and every accolade and everything he's ever done until they finally erase him and he's almost non-existent. There is no back from this, and he's pretty much done. Well, what's the old saying? Put a fork in him. I guess, Howard is just like any other institution. Like any other institution, any other university, any other corporation.
Right.
They're like, listen, this Negro effed up, and now he's going to pay the price. Yeah. And off you go. It is as if he didn't even exist.
Yeah.
In the annals of time.
Good to talk to you, number 9. Good to talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm good. Gene Richmond, he and I have good conversations. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm playing catch up, folks. This weekend was a good weekend. I did not make it to Myrtle Beach. I had to work with a lawyer for almost 2 hours yesterday. Can't really talk about that. I had to finalize something, and it took some time away from my weekend. And my new channel, Squirrel Party, you're going to see a different setup. What's today? Sunday? Possibly Wednesday at the latest. No, Thursday at the latest. So I'm catching up on emails. A couple of people sent me text messages. Give me a minute. I will get back to you. But, my naps cannot suffer. I have to stay on course with the naps, all right? Guys, on the screen, youtube.com/@Coffee Chat with Camille. Camille, are you out there? Anything new going on with your platform? Keep me up to speed, please. Coffee Chat with Camille. Okay. Jamal, I got your donation. J-Lo got hit songs? ? Well, so does Milli Vanilli. It was a nice shot. Okay, I spoke to this person. Vicky. J-Lo used Mark Anthony to get the Rican crowd. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. A wise man once said, if you can't be used, then maybe you're useless. That man was fabulous. He said that on the Star and Buck Walls show. Thank you, Vicky. Jesse, how are you? Star, the movie Cell was great. People hate because they can't relate. Okay, talking about J-Lo. Thank you, Jesse. Jay Bandit. Hold on a second. Where's my nigga? Jay Bandit, where are you? I don't see you in the queue. 646. Where is? Okay, wait, this is him right here. Is your audio okay in the background? Jay Bandit. Give me a second, guys. Tap in. Jay Bandit, where are you? Okay, his phone dropped out. Your phone dropped out. Jay Bandit. What happened? He's always dealing with a bullshit phone. I'll come back in a second to you, Jay Bandit. In the meantime, let me pull in area code 818. Are you there? Good evening. Sunday night, 8.
Hi, Star. How are you?
Hey, who's this?
This is Alina.
Hey, Alina, how are you?
I'm good. I wanted to chime in on the J-Lo thing.
Yeah. What's with all the hate? Did I start?
Well,
Did I start it once upon a time back in the days? Jesus Christ.
It's possible. It's possible. But I think I have a good assessment as to what's going on here. From a woman's perspective, and I am half Puerto Rican, so I could throw that in. I think it's very justified. She has been on record showing that she's had a terrible attitude to service people. I saw some videos recently of some servers talking about how she stiffed them and how a waitress went over to her at her table and looked at the woman up and down, and she said, no, thank you. Get someone else. So these stories are coming out. There's also a woman that has an Instagram that's kind of gone a little viral too, talking about she was the one that was singing backup vocals for J-Lo. So that's been documented as well.
I saw that.
Yeah. Shanti was doing a lot of backup vocals for her back in the day. She also had some rivalry with Mariah Carey on a song called Firecracker, where she took the sample, the song that she did with Ja Rule. And so there was some controversy back in the day. So all of this stuff is coming to light. I mean, I won't take away that she did a great job on the movie Selena, but that is what catapulted her into stardom.
Right.
Because before that, she was just a fly girl.
Right.
And she really wasn't getting big roles. But that, to me, catapulted her. Mm-hmm. And I feel the hate is completely justified because I don't care what anyone says. Mm-hmm. She can't sing. I have a video that I just saw. She's hitting flat notes and sharp notes at the same time. She's a narcissist. She's full of herself, not very friendly. There's another video I just saw recently where a reporter asked her, "Oh, what are you wearing, J-Lo?" And she looked at her like, "Just such a bitch," just like you peasant, you know. And this is documented on video.
Right.
So J-Lo did this to herself. I mean, maybe she is having a problem because she's getting old. And there's a lot of younger people that are, coming. She can't deal with getting older, so she's trying to compete with the younger people. It's completely justified in my opinion.
Can I jump in and ask?
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay, and you say you're half Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Okay. There's probably a lot of validity to what you've just said, but at the same time, you have described most of white Hollywood. I mean, they've been snobs, racist, if you will, elitist, condescending, cynical people throughout the history of Hollywood. But now, why is it so much hate geared towards her? Hasn't she reached the pinnacle? And I don't know if she's necessarily competing with the younger people, as you just said. She's got her own production company. She executive produced that film, Atlas, and other films. So she's not just like trying to get these roles and knock off a young girl for the goddamn role. She's a force to be reckoned with. Do you know that?
I don't know about that. I don't think she's great of an actress. She's great as Selena.
Hang on. No, I'm telling you, her team was behind that film, Atlas, and to be even more fair, there are many people who are having trouble with ticket sales. Justin Timberlake, Bad Bunny, she's not the only one that said, "Hey, we got to cancel this tour. It's just not happening right now." That happens a lot. I mean, is she supposed to get up on stage and cry like Megan Thee Stallion's doing right now, while a sync track is playing in the background with the vocals? Would that make people happy? I mean, I'm no J-Lo fan. I'm nobody's fan, but let's be objective. Go ahead.
Well, I did go to a J-Lo concert. I was actually trapped into going to one in Vegas. And she did great as far as dancing goes, but vocally, I'm a singer myself. I don't appreciate her vocals. I mean, she can't sing. I don't care what anyone says. And it does matter. For me personally, in my opinion, it does matter if somebody could sing. Britney Spears actually could sing. There was a caller that was talking crap about Britney. She actually can sing.
Wait a minute. Wait, no.
Well, not great.
Hang on. Hang on. I was at Madison Square Garden on the Circus tour with my 24-year-old girlfriend, whenever that was, 2009, 2010. Give me more. Give me more. Britney Spears cannot fucking sing live. Stop it. I was there.
No, listen, watch some old footage.
I was there. Excuse me, I was there.
I'm not talking about her now, Star. Like but I'm talking when she was younger, when Baby One More Time just first came out.
God, come on.
That's what I'm talking about. Like when she did the live vocals, acoustic live. I should probably explain myself. Acoustic live. She's not a great singer live. I understand what you're saying. She lip syncs. I know she does. Listen, Mariah Carey lip syncs now. I won't go see her anymore. And by the way, Adele doesn't have backup dancers. Adele does not have backup dancers. Adele can sing too.
Wait a minute. Wait, let's slow down, please. Whoa. Adele is pitchy. That's a fucking fact. Adele's pitchy.
You think so?
I've seen her stop a goddamn song and say, wait, no, I have to get it right. Wait a minute. She was doing a tribute to George Michael. She stopped in the middle because it sounded like shit. She said, oh, no, I have to start this over. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Come on.
Well, to each his own. But what do you think about Mariah Carey's vocals?
I think Mariah, you used to rip it down. She's had babies. She's older now. She's put on a little weight, so she doesn't sing like she used to. But Mariah, listen, Mariah earned the respect of Whitney Houston, so she had to get it out the mud without a fucking voice track. That's a totally different, conversation. But now hold on, hold on a second. So the question is, why is everyone hating on Jennifer Lopez so much? Everybody, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I even see Asian people taking shots at J-Lo on TikTok. The fuck? Come on.
Well, maybe because they think that the movie that she made was really corny. I saw a lot of the comments on that movie. She made a full-length video that she funded herself.
Right.
It's just too much narcissism, bad attitudes that are coming out. Okay. It's coming to light now. I think that's what's going on.
Okay.
It's her attitude.
Okay.
That's what I think, sir.
Okay. And you say you're half Puerto Rican.
Yes.
I think Puerto Rican.
You want to know the other half?
Please.
Mexican and Italian.
Okay.
And I got French too.
I think more Puerto Ricans should embrace her. Hell, she's reached a goddamn top and she's in her 50s. Anyway,
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I used to love her when she made Selena. I was a kid. I watched it. I loved her. I thought she was so sweet. I thought she was adorable and sweet and cute. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. I won't take that away from her.
Okay.
In great shape. But her attitude is shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a problem with her.
I appreciate your call.
That's coming from her.
I appreciate
Thank you so much, Star. Love you.
Bye now.
Okay, bye.
Area code 862. Good evening. Are you there? Sunday night, 862. Two topics on the table.
I'm here.
Hey. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey.
So with J-Lo. So one thing is, I think she was packaged really well. And you can't hate the music that she came out with. And anyone hating now, it's like if you can't, people don't relate to it anymore. Mm-hmm. And I think definitely she's a better actor than a singer for sure, hands down. But people are hating.
Can you turn something down in the background? It's echoing and there's some type of delay. I want to hear what you're saying. I'm trying. Okay.
No, so okay. So
you said something about the music. People can't relate. Can you go back and tell me what you were saying? I missed that part.
So when she first came out, I think she was packaged very well, and everybody loved her. Like I can't think of. I remember her cat suit, jumpsuit. Everybody was like on it. I remember me and my cousins. We all bought those cat jumpsuits to mimic her. Yeah. And she was hot. Like you can't deny it. You can't deny J-Lo was hot. And if anyone's hating on her now, it's just she made it. It is what it is. That's just what it is. Sometimes people
Can I ask how old are you?
They make it.
Can I ask how old are you?
38.
Okay. Boricua?
Nope.
Okay. What's your ethnicity, if you don't mind stating that
Indian.
Indian, East Indian.
East Indian.
East Indian.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just feel like people hating on J-Lo, like she made it. It is what it is. There's people who are that are not talented who make it, and you question like how they get to where they got to where they got.
Right.
I think she's a better actress than a singer for sure. I don't understand why she was singing on the podium I think it was the presidential. I think for Biden, right? I don't know. I forget.
I forget.
It's not. I know she was up there on a presidential thing. She's not She's not Mariah Carey. She's not Whitney Houston. But I don't understand why people are hating on her. She did what she did. She's where she is, and that's just what it is.
Hang on a second. Jennifer Lopez, you're right, performs at Joe Biden's inauguration. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was like live singing, to be honest, but I understand.
Who cares? Hang on a second. Who cares if she sung live or not? She sung at the president's inauguration.
Yeah, and it's representation. She is representation. That's what, to me, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that. If I had an Indian singer who sounds like shit, but they're on like the presidential inauguration, I'm like, yeah, that's what's up.
Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard Mary J. Blige sing in concert? Huh?
I have.
What'd you think? Be honest.
She has her moments.
Fucking horrible.
Moments.
Fucking horrible.
It's moments. I'll say moments.
No more here. Rain.
She got the moves though. She works the knees. She got the moves. But.
Yeah, you said it right. The moves. When she does that, oh yeah, Mary, yeah, girl, and then she puts the mic down. She said, "Don't even get me started," and they go crazy.
I'll tell you, I can't. I'm 38. I can't even drop my knees the way she drops her knees. So I ain't mad at her.
Horrible.
I think if you look at in general, like thinking about it, like Jennifer Lopez, look at any like celebrity, right? It's all overrated. Everything is overrated. People gonna hate, and the people are hating are sitting at home, fat ass people sitting eating potato chips, doing nothing with them lives, and they're hating on people who are doing something. So that's just what it is.
And let me also add this to what you're saying. I'm nobody's fan. Most of the females hating on Jennifer Lopez, they would suck a dick. They would get double penetrated to be where she is. They would cheat on their fucking husbands. They would leave their kids in the goddamn in a 90-degree car to go meet with the producer to try and reach where she is. That's a fucking fact.
Sir, let me counter it with this. I don't quote me on this, but you said something years ago. Something like most men or most males are not men.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yes.
I'm not one of them.
Most males
I'm not one of them women. Not a lot of women are like strong women. Those are hoes. So, just going based off of that, like, yeah, there are females who, and I'm gonna say women, I'm gonna say females, who will do all that.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a female and a woman.
I can even say that most of these guys who are trying to become rappers, producers, they will suck a dick discreetly. They will take it on all fours to get down with the Illuminati. But they're hating on J-Lo for singing to a goddamn a fucking dat. Fuck out of here.
Like, what are you hating on? What are you doing with your own life? Have you thought about what you're doing in your own life before you start hating on her?
Right.
What do you do with your life? Where do you live? Who do you have in your life? What's your income? Like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all bullshit. The entire industry is bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It's super bullshit. Everything's bullshit. But that's my thing. Like, you're hating, but take a step, take a beat. What are you doing with your life? You probably got cockroaches running around you and you hating on J-Lo. Like, get it together. Get it together.
Okay. Hey, good to talk to you, babe. Have a good night.
Anyway.
Thank you.
You too. Good night.
Okay. So she's East Indian. She's standing up for J-Lo. Why can't more of you Puerto Ricans stand up for J-Lo? Keep it real. You're too wrapped up in the nigger shit. You're too consumed with the hood life. I'm from the hood, yo. You're in the fucking hood because the white people put you in the hood and they keep you in the goddamn hood. Nobody loves to live in poverty and fucking misery. Hold on a second. TJ got your donation. Star got a fan base from the United Nations as a Dominican. I'm hating on a Puerto Rican every chance I get. Okay. Sir, my support or fan base, as you just said, it has always been very diverse. Thus, the reason why I was able to achieve what I did on radio by beating Howard Stern multiple times in the 18 to 34 demographic, not just once or twice, and other people during my radio run, which was for many, many years. It wasn't just for a couple of years, but thank you for your donation. I think I know what you're trying to say. Joel, I got your donation. J-Lo must be respected for how she maneuvered. Yeah. Joel also says J-Lo would be unstoppable if she was authentic. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Whitney Houston was an authentic singer, and black people hated Whitney Houston. They did not fuck with her. They most certainly did not. When she came out, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Black people weren't fucking with Whitney Houston. When she became that coke-induced scallywag, that's when they then started to, gravitate towards her. But thank you for your donation. Let me go to area code 770. Good evening. A few topics on the table. Howard University taking back the honorary degree for Diddy. Are you there?
I'm here.
70.
Yeah. First and foremost, you got to tip your hat to J-Lo. The way she's been able to maneuver throughout her whole career is amazing. Started as a fly girl and was a box office star for years.
Wow.
Also had #1 hits. She's been able to recreate herself. She couldn't sing in Spanish, married Mark Anthony, became a world artist.
Yeah.
It's still relevant today at 50 because she understands how to stay in the game. She understands how it works. She understands how to stay relevant. Her name's out there. People hate on her because she knows how to win. And
I heard she's 57. Oh, she's 57.
And she looks amazing.
Oh.
Not my cup of tea, but she understands how to stay in the game.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And if you really look at her when she was at her height, most singers and actresses, a lot of them don't look great. She was hot. She got that shine, and the people that hate her loved her at one time.
Yeah.
Guarantee. The only thing I don't like is that she needs to own her bullshit. At times she doesn't. She runs from it. Be who you are. Be unapologetic, and you'll be a little bit happier in life. But you must, bow down. I mean, she's relevant. That's all I got. In terms of Diddy,
no, stay with me. Can I just champion what you just said, and also add something to this? She's from the BX. Those girls don't bow down. They're different from Brooklyn girls. They're different from Queens. They're different from Manhattan. They don't bow down. It's hard to break a Bronx bitch.
They can't get out of their own way.
Where you from, sir? Where you from?
I'm from Massachusetts, from Boston.
Beantown. Okay. You know,
Born and raised.
those Bronxton bitches are they like to get it
They're
in.
Still there.
They like to get it in. Defiant, hard-headed. Yeah, different type of bitches.
They end up having children, and then it's all over. It's all said and done. They write their obituary, but they ain't doing anything because they're afraid to take chances.
Right.
J-Lo bet on herself, and she understood when to get out of a situation and get into the next situation.
Right.
Most women that were in that situation when Diddy happened, that would have been her end right there. She next day cut ties and moved on to the next.
You know, she was handcuffed.
Because she was smart.
She was handcuffed in the police station for 3 hours, if not more, to the goddamn bench. She didn't tell. 3 fucking hours.
And that night she said that is not going to be the end of me.
Yep.
She said, I didn't do all that stuff to get out of the DX to be an obituary. She knew how to maneuver.
Sitting there, didn't give a statement. 3 fucking hours. They tried to break her. She said, I want my lawyer. We ain't talking about nothing. Get my fucking lawyer.
In the type of world she lives in, man, you have to be a special person. You have to have discipline and mindset. Most women out here, man, they can't lose 5 pounds if their life depended on it.
Ooh.
J-Lo is like, this is my goal.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to get there? And she doesn't sway.
Yeah.
What, she's selling a house for $60 million right now? Come on.
And her and Ben Affleck are selling the home they bought last year. Selling it.
Her name's still relevant.
Yep.
All publicity is good publicity. We're talking about J-Lo 25 years later.
Yeah.
She was a fly girl.
There you go.
And there it is.
You want to chime in on Diddy and Howard University before you go?
Yeah, I think Howard, come on, they're all hoes for money. It's just, it doesn't look good for them. I mean, these HBCUs really aren't even run by black people anymore.
Right.
So that right there is irrelevant. Hey, give me the $1 million back. Holla. There it is.
Appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Did you guys know that, or did the hater educate you on something? J-Lo was handcuffed to the goddamn police bench for hours behind that goddamn shooting with Diddy and Shine, and she wouldn't give a statement. Average bitch out here telling No Cap Mac. J-Lo was only created because she did what Mariah Carey wouldn't. She don't write, can't sing, and has nasty attitude. Sounds like most of the bitches in the Bronx. It's a Bronx bitch, my nigga. Wait a minute. There's Janet 973. Sunday night. Janet, good to hear from you. What's cracking? We're shaking.
Hey, Star. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm going to try to talk real slow. What's going on?
Let's go, Janet.
First of all, I would like to say to my brown Latina X, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
This lady J-Lo, she, right. I mean, like, she's not the greatest singer in the world, and she pulls some stunts, but we all have. Right. You gotta get the bag. Get the bag. But every step of her career and every public so everywhere she went, I'm looking for the right word. Everywhere she went, she represented the Puerto Rican flag. She represented the Puerto Rican people. She, even when she sung at Biden inauguration, she yelled out proudly and sung in Spanish. He had already won the election, so she wasn't trying to get any votes for him.
Right.
She's a proud Latina.
Yeah.
She's proud. And you guys are sitting up here on TikTok and all this other stuff, just downing this woman. When she has went behind the scenes, the money that I sent you an email, the money that is still going on to 2036, $14 billion she put into Latin entrepreneurs. It's still, the money is still going. It's I sent it to you in the email.
Okay, I didn't get the email yet, but now hang on a second. Let's back up because she's I forget how old she is exactly. What is she, 55, 54? Do you know exactly?
It doesn't matter. She got her bones. You're right.
You're right. The average Puerto Rican today doesn't even know the history of the fucking Puerto Rican flag. What was that? The gag law, 1948. Folks, I'm a dropout. I'm a high school dropout. But I think it was the gag law, 1948. Hang on. Let me just see if I can remember. Then you can Google this, whatever. It was illegal to have a Puerto Rican flag in Puerto Rico, or if you sang a patriotic song in Puerto Rico, and if you were Puerto Rican, you could be arrested and go to jail. Is it the gag law? Gag law. These little niggas out here today. These little niggas out here today, Puerto Rican niggas talking about Puerto Rico. They don't even know their history. People were locked up in Puerto Rico for waving that fucking flag. I just wanted to say that just on some other shit. Go ahead, Janet. Go ahead.
Yeah, for they got arrested for they spent 10 years in jail.
Right.
It was automatic 10 years in jail. And then one day, I think I have an email say one day they arrested over 3,000 people, and they didn't just arrest adults; they arrested children too.
In Puerto Rico.
They made it
in Puerto Rico.
Oh. They made it illegal to be proud of who you are.
Yep.
And all is fighting. And this woman, no matter where she at, she raises that flag. I don't care where she at. She raises that flag. And then she yells to her people, I am with you. We are one.
Right.
And, well, you know.
I bet you she knows the history of that flag and the gag law.
She raised it.
And the gag law. But she knows.
She keep it raised, so you know she knows.
Yeah.
She knows. And they all up on TikTok and Instagram talking about, well, you know, now black folks, yeah, we could say something because, you know, you did steal a little something, you know, so we got to hold your feet to the fire for that. But Puerto Ricans, you guys, this is one time you all need to stay on code. This foundation of hip hop, you know, you got to, you know, come on, let's be truthful. But this thing with J-Lo, you guys got to stay on code with that one.
Right.
Because she has done too much. She has done too much for the people of Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
She really has. When you guys had that hurricane down there and Trump was throwing paper towels, she was sending down millions. She was all on TVs with the people getting donations. She was doing all that stuff. And then, you know. Yeah,
slow down. Trump is my nigga. He was trying to, like, you know, get the morale up. That's why he was throwing the paper towels and he was throwing bounty in the audience. Hey.
Oh God.
Jenny, you there? Where's Janet?
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, Janet, let me ask you a question. Because you and I, you know, we discuss lawsuits and things like that from time to time. You know, if I were Puerto Rican, I would sue the United States government for reparations. Again, based upon the gag law, 1948. I would say that my great-great-great-grandfather was locked up for waving a Puerto Rican flag, singing a patriotic song of independence. It destroyed the family, turned my relatives into prostitutes and drug users. You've literally destroyed my fucking lineage. You owe me $25 million. Yeah. I think that would be a good lawsuit. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it would. I think it would too. I think it would too. I think they do. I think they are owed a lot. Yeah. I mean, like, putting children in prison. I mean, like, you know,
the governor. Hang on a second. You know, I'm gonna drop out. But the governor, who was behind that gag law, he was appointed by the United States. So That could be the link to why you would sue the United States. Well, you appointed this fucking governor who made it illegal, and you put my great grandmother in the penitentiary. When she came out, she couldn't get a job. She had to sell her ass, and you fucked up. You fucked up the whole family. Matter of fact, I need $50 million. Go ahead. I'm rambling.
Well, I do you one better. If they use military personnel, that was a declared war.
Yeah.
If they use military personnel to arrest people and put them in jail, if they use one military personnel, then and it was 1948, and they was arresting children. You know how psychologically damaged that they have to be by now. You know, I mean, like, you know, not.
I think I'm gonna start claiming Puerto Rico and see if I can file a lawsuit against the United States.
Well, see, here's the thing. You know, here's the thing. The same way that they open the door just to crack to let some FBA in, and then they get up there and they become the bourgeois, and they look down on the regular, you know, lower, not lower class, but not economically superior Black people. Yep. It's the same thing that's going to happen with the Puerto Ricans. They're going to let some of them in, and they're going to let them call themselves Caucasian, and they're going to forget all about the fact that they put their grandfather, grandma, and their uncle in jail for 10 years just for having a flag.
Waving a flag in Puerto Rico. Yeah. Anyway. Janet, before you go, I'm sorry to cut you off. Howard University, you don't have to agree with me, revoking Diddy's honorary degree. I'm saying, how the fuck did he get an honorary degree in the first place? If memory serves me correctly, he went to Howard, but he never graduated, right? You know?
No, he never graduated. But what they need to do is they need to put Professor or Dr. Francis Cress Wesley name on one of those buildings around there.
It's not going to happen.
They need to make a formal apology. Do you understand that in 1992, when she came up with the ISIS papers, that in 2010, they came up with the sequence of the Neanderthal ancestry. All right, so she was way ahead of them, and they refused to fund her research.
I spoke about this in the beginning of the show, how they did her dirty. I spoke about this already. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but see, we would have known all this sooner if Howard University, they're going to be like, oh, Janet's drunk again. No, I'm not drinking. So Howard University, if they would have done this in 1992, when we needed to know who we were, because that was the epitome of the crack era. You're talking about the 80s, early 90s. We needed to know who we were. We was walking around with T-shirts talking about something, I hate a begging ass bitch. We were so down on ourselves and didn't know who we were. We were literally animals. We was turned into animals by this crack cocaine that was brought in here by our, as they say, dark conspiracies. But my whole thing is, Howard University, if you took back, I wouldn't even sweat that doctorate, the honorary doctorate thing. I think they should stop giving them out, period, because people work too hard to get a doctorate. But I wouldn't even want one from them. Yeah, I wouldn't want one from them. No, because the thing is, when they could have helped the Black community the most, they sold us out. They ran this woman name into the ground. And in 2010, they found out that she was right all along by science, DNA. But it was okay because it was a white man that found it. So now everybody's okay.
I think due to her views on white supremacy and homosexuality, that they would never, acknowledge her at Howard University. But Jenna, I appreciate you calling in.
They should have.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They should have, because she was proved right. Because she was proved right by science that's in all the books right now. Okay. She was proven correct, and they need to apologize. They need to formally apologize to this woman. All right.
Good to talk to you.
Talking to you, Star.
You too, Janet.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. All right.
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you're needing. You can call my name, I'll be around. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum da da, dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum da da, dum da da, that will keep you safe and sound. I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you needin'. You can call my name, I'll be around. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum dum. The sky is falling, dum dum da da, dum da da, dum da da. That will keep you safe and sound. Dum da da, dum da da, dum da da, dum. The sky is falling, dum da da, dum da da, that will keep you safe and sound. I just need a reason.